The Better Business Bureau is announcing today, as we speak, that it will end the coupling or the link between payment of dues for membership in the Better Business Bureau and its ratings. In other words, the Better Business Bureau today is severing dues payments from ratings. In our view, an end to this pay-to-play system is absolutely appropriate and necessary, and the Better Business Bureau is heeding our demands that it sever payments from ratings, which certainly is a pay-to-play system. And we believe that the pay-to-play system was both unconscionable and unacceptable. It misled and deceived consumers, and we were considering action that we would take if the Better Business Bureau failed to heed our demands. Now it has done so, and we welcome this step. I am seriously troubled by the continued ratings system itself, because there is inadequate resources to verify information reported by businesses that then is used in the ratings. In other words, state licenses, even lawsuits, other information reported by businesses, then used in the ratings, is inadequately verified, and the Better Business Bureau lacks sufficient resources really to adequately confirm this information. So the ratings accuracy and reliability is itself undermined by the lack of sufficient resources. And this rating system still, even after severing payment from the ratings, creates misleading and potentially deceptive information for consumers. The system remains potentially deceptive and unhelpful to consumers and unfair to businesses, because the system for verifying information lacks sufficient resources and support. So we are going to continue to ask the Better Business Bureau to do the right thing again. It's done the right thing once, it needs to do it again, and come back to this rating system, reevaluate whether the interests of business and consumers are really well served by a system that is itself potentially inadequate and inaccurate and, at best, unreliable. We've continued to receive complaints about this system. We're aware of businesses complaining that they've received F grades or B minus, C grades without any adequate justification. And in our view, those kinds of aberrant results are themselves the consequence of the system as it now exists.
You had said in the news release here, at the least, Better Business Bureau has an obligation to constantly inform consumers. What do you think is the most that they should do? That's the least. Optimally, what should they do?
Well, you know, we're not prescribing a specific system, but the old system of satisfactory and unsatisfactory grades was pretty reliable. It proved itself through experience and generally had a very good outcome in informing consumers and providing guidance as to whether or not the business was reliable. The other way that we would recommend going is simply to provide information, again, part of the old system, about how many consumer complaints, what type of consumer complaints, and how they were resolved. What consumers really need and deserve is specific information about complaints made about a business whose services they may be seeking. A grade based on unverified and potentially unreliable information is unhelpful to consumers, potentially deceptive, and also unfair to businesses.
There are other rating systems that do rely on this sort of self-reporting. I can think of colleges and university rankings as one. How does the Better Business Bureau differ from that sort of thing? why isn't it enough that the Better Business Bureau rely on self-reporting when other ranking systems do as well?
The same criticisms may apply to other businesses and may create the same kind of problems, but we're focusing on the Better Business Bureau for right now.
And how big a problem has this been with some of the businesses and so forth?
This problem is as big as the extent of consumer reliance on these ratings, because the pay-to-play system obviously undermined the credibility and trust of consumers as well as businesses, and really undercut the image and the laudable history of the Better Business Bureau for aiding consumers. The Better Business Bureau has a laudable history of fighting scams and seeking better business practices, and its reputation, as well as its reliability, was undermined by this system of pay-to-play. It has taken a good step in the right direction, but more needs to be done so that the rating system really is a positive and valuable resource for consumers.
Are you still open to pursuing action if they don't take this second step?
If they fail to improve the present system, we'll consider options, just as we did in the pay-to-play situation.
What would those options include?
Well, the options options for action always range from continuing to seek persuasive impact to potential legal action, and even involving other state attorneys general.
Those businesses with damaged reputation be entitled to any money at the end?
The businesses that have been unfairly rated, we would leave any kind of remedial action that unfairly rated businesses might seek to take, we would leave to them. Right now, we're trying to improve the quality of information provided to consumers